What's going on with your forecast here at home? Clouds and radar, dry right now. If I kind of show you what they're dealing with out towards the west, I mentioned that Los Angeles is pretty much done with the heaviest rain. They've got a little bit of some wraparound showers to the north and even some mountain snow. This storm is going to move on and it's going to bring a fresh blanket of snow to the Rocky Mountains over the next 24 to 48 hours. We will not get any of that rain or snow, unfortunately. Liberty Hill, camera there in Santa Rita Ranch, dry conditions. You can see we're totally clear up above. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s, 67 Austin, 59 Llano, 62 in Bastrop. Good morning, LaGrange, 62 where you guys are. Looking ahead, we've got a high of 92 today. That matches where we were yesterday. I think today overall is going to look and feel identical to how yesterday played out. There's very little change there. We're still talking light winds coming out of the east-northeast at about 5 miles per hour. Dry air, though, look at the humidity plummet heading into the afternoon. This is for the later part of today. We've got relative humidity values down to about 20 to 30%. Humidity recovers some overnight like it normally does. And then we'll see another relatively dry day tomorrow as far as the humidity levels go, just not quite as dry. We get more of a southeasterly flow moving forward, and that's going to bring up the humidity, up the dew points as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's the upswing in the humidity, and then here comes the downswing with that cold front. This front isn't going to do a whole lot for us except for drop our humidity, shave off a few degrees from those high temperatures. The rain chance does not look great, unfortunately. This next storm that's coming out of the Great Basin is just going to be too far away from us to bring anything significant, but we'll get a cold front with a little short wave. That little dip here is going to send a front our direction. Sunday morning is looking like the timing. But I'm a little bit more hopeful that this next storm coming in, it's got a little bit more of that southerly track. That I think could do a little bit more for us, but that's not until Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, so plenty of time to watch it. Rain chance on the low side Saturday. I've dropped it even further than what we were talking about yesterday. It's only 10% Saturday night, meaning most of your weekend's going to stay dry. 7-day forecast shows those 90s leading up to the front. Overnight lows will get milder with the increase in humidity, and then behind the front, like I said, a little cooler. Not much. We'll go lower 90s Sunday. Temperatures overnight will drop down to the low 60s, mainly to partly sunny skies as we start our next work week. Erica? Some good advice, no matter the time of year, no matter the beach. Let me show you what's going on outside the state. We've got dry skies here locally and dry skies within the state lines. You go outside of those state lines, you'll find showers up towards parts of the higher elevations of New Mexico. Today's going to be a really nice day across the Lone Star region. We've got temperatures in the 50s, 60s, and 70s area-wide, 66 in Austin right now. Dew points, relatively friendly, 40s, 50s, and 60s out there. Once we get above 60 degrees, you start to feel it. Above 70 degrees, you're definitely feeling it. You're more so wearing it at that point. That's a lot of moisture. So mid-50s is actually pretty good. Temperatures in the 80s and 90s outside this afternoon. It is going to be hot for the time of year. We've got sunshine expected across most of the area. Tomorrow, though, a little bit of cloud cover, and it's possible a couple of these little weak showers pulled in from the Gulf clip parts of our eastern counties, but it's a less than 10% chance. I'm not going to include it in the forecast. I think the majority of us are going to stay high and dry as we get into Thursday and unfortunately for the next several days. As far as the severe risk, there's nothing that I'm worried about today. For tomorrow, it's a general threat as you get closer to that western state line. So eastern New Mexico, West Texas could get a couple of thunderstorms here riding around the western edge of that surface high. Wildfire risk is high to very high at across the east side of Texas. Some of that spills into our eastern counties, playing into not only the low humidity, but also the drought. And the drought's going to continue to worsen the longer we go without rain, without water. I mean, this is kind of intuitive, but unfortunately, we've got severe drought expanding over parts of our eastern counties and even the Austin metro. We'll get a new update tomorrow, but I'm not optimistic that it's going to show anything positive here. Of course, we'll show it anyways right here on CW Austin Morning, but be sure to stay right there. We've got your 7-day forecast, your traffic check, and news headlines after this.